I understand that you're a young individual with ambitious goals. However, you've been coming at a crossroads as of late, where you know the things you need to do, you know the action you need to take, but you're hesitant to do it, or you self sabotage, and then you just don't end up doing it, and then you sit and dwell in the misery and the guilt of not taking the action that you know you're supposed to take. I feel like I find myself at these crossroads quite often because here's the thing about growth, it can be very uncomfortable. When you grow very quickly in a short period of time, you look at who you were 3 months ago, 6 months ago, and who you are right now, and what you need to do to be a better version of yourself in the next year or so. You know the things you need to do, but always doing them and following up with them is uncomfortable because you're willingly shedding that old version of you, willingly letting go of comfort that once you really craved to become a better version of yourself, to grow as an individual. The way you work, the way you think, the way you talk to people, just the way you go about your day-to-day life will need to change. It is so tempting to give into my younger self, the one who knows that he's sitting on an ocean of potential but is not realizing it because either he doesn't know what to work on or he's simply just distracted and self-sabotaging. And the truth is, sometimes I do. Sometimes I do end up procrastinating, being lazy when I know I shouldn't be, because it's just easier to do so. It's just easier to fall back into your old habits because it is comfortable, and handling a lot of uncertainty, especially at a young age, can be quite challenging because you grow so much in a short period of time and you're like, oh my god, can I take a second to breathe? And you can take a second to breathe, but at the same time you have to ask yourself, what is more important to you? Is growth more important to you, or is staying stagnant something that you prefer? And I don't think there is a wrong answer, because sometimes in stagnancy, what we think is stagnancy, we also grow. And it really just comes down to you as an individual. How fast are you willing to make changes in your life, and how fast are you willing to sacrifice what you know you need to sacrifice? In those moments, I think reminding yourself, if it were easy, everybody would do it, is very important, because the truth is, if you want to be the best of the best, if you want to be the best at what you do in the world, the top 1%, top 0.01%, then you have to do things differently. By definition, if you want to be exceptional, you have to be the exception. And I don't think it bodes well with a lot of people because they realize that they need to change themselves. And that is uncomfortable. Another thing that is important to remind yourself in those moments is that you're not doing this for anybody else. You are your own main character, you are the hero of your journey, and you're doing this because you want to carve out a path, you want to create a life that you are proud to live every day. The people you meet in your life, the people who were in your life, they will come and go. They are temporary, but you are the only thing that's permanent in your life as long as you're living it. Knowing the reason behind what you're doing, why you're taking the actions, and why you're sacrificing so much is going to get you past so many tough periods, is going to help you overcome so many mental barriers, and it's because you know exactly why you're doing what you're doing. You're doing it because you promised yourself that you want to set out on this journey and you want to see it through so that you don't regret knowing what could have been, or knowing that you sat on so much potential but you never really did anything about it. Fundamentally, it is because you promised yourself something and you want to live up to that promise, not so you can be viewed highly in the eyes of other people, but just so that you can go to sleep at night calm and knowing that you did what you could to be the best version of yourself. And I know a lot of people feel that way, but don't end up actually doing the things that they know they need to do, and they just live a regretful life and a mediocre life at the end of it. And it just kills me to see so much potential wasting away, and I would just hate it if that happened to me, because I know that I have a lot to give to myself, and by giving to myself, I know that I can give a lot to the world, and it would be a shame if I didn't realize all of that. Oftentimes when we set big goals, we don't realize that it will get challenging. It will be extremely hard. Your brain will tell you to choose comfort and not pursue the thing that you set out for yourself. But we must remember that life is meant to be hard. No matter how much of privilege you hold when you're born, you are going to go through hard things, and it is important to go through hard things and not avoid them, because by going through hard things can we build the confidence to do even harder things, because internally we know that the person we want to be, the success that we desire, will be unlocked once we start doing the hard things on a consistent basis. And it's going to look different for different people. It might be that you're posting 30 YouTube videos in 30 days, that's a promise that you've made to yourself. Or it might be that you're scaling an Instagram account to 50,000 followers or to 100,000 followers. Those aren't exactly easy things to do, but they are worth doing because they are hard. Because of the person that you become once you've done those things. That is what you aspire to be. It is not the numbers, it is not the achievement, it is not people telling you that you've done a good job. It is you telling yourself and showing to yourself that you can do more, you can be more. That is not always easy. In fact, most of the times it is hard. And that is what you need to remind yourself, that it is going to be hard, but you are shaping yourself, you're sculpting yourself, and you're making yourself stronger by going through those hard periods. And if everybody could do it, then everybody would be winning and everybody would have influence and power and riches and love, but everybody doesn't. And a lot of it has to do with luck, I agree with you, but a lot of it is under our control. And the more we think and the more we realize is under our control and the more we take action towards that, the more we can win. The more we can actually live the lives that we want. It is as simple as that. It's not easy to do, but it is simple as that. Don't shy away from the hard things of life. Don't overstimulate yourself to the point of oblivion. Stay in the present, acknowledge why you might be feeling what you're feeling, and do it anyway. The more you focus on the plan, the less you focus on your feelings, the more you're going to grow and the more you're going to win. And always remember, choose your hard, otherwise life will choose the hard for you. It will put you in positions that you don't want to be because you didn't do the hard things that you know you were supposed to do. That's all I had for today's video. If you guys have any thoughts, please leave it in the comments below. Share this with your family and friends and like for the algorithm. Subscribe if you want to see more content out of me. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.